All right, here we are. Next, Battletech Alpha Strike Battle Report, Hansen's Roughriders versus the Eridani Light Horse, using the Lance packs that came out, the one from Barnes & Noble, and then the release for Hansen's, obviously. I got a super simple board, not a lot of terrain on here, because I'm just going to do a quick and dirty report here. No special rules, so we're not going to be doing variable damage today. We're just going to slug it out. Hansen's Roughriders are going to be a little bit at a disadvantage. Eridani Light Horse obviously has a lot of assault on there and heavy, so a lot more hitboxes, probably more punchy, but we'll see how it goes. Again, this is the first time I'm playing with these two lances, so I don't know much about piloting most of these mechs, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and roll off for initiative. White will be Eridani Light Horse, black will be Hansen's Roughriders. So we'll see who gets initiative. So we got a 7 on the Hansen's Roughriders and 5 for Eridani Light Horse. All right, here's the status of the table after movement. Started off with the Sagittaire, just moving up that much. Then that was followed by the Enforcer right over here, just moved up to there, which then was followed by the Banshee, and then the Hatchet Man right there, then the Cyclops right there, followed by the Atlas. Thunderbolt moved to there on its own, and then the Penetrator, and that's the status of the board. They are within range, but I'm not going to do any shooting this turn because I want to get up a little bit closer. On the Eridani Light Horse side, obviously the assaults are pretty much sticking together. Just to share hitboxes, it's going to be basically an impenetrable wall of hitboxes. Obviously, they're also moving towards the terrain there. I've split up the Hansen's Roughriders, keeping the two medium mechs together, and the Penetrator and Atlas kind of near each other to support each other. We'll see how it goes. Probably going to have a little bit more action at the top of turn 2, so we're going to move to initiative turn 2. All right, top of turn 2, initiative. Here we go. And we'll re-roll that. So it looks like the Hansen's Roughriders get initiative again by 1. That was pretty close. So we will come back after movement phase. All right, here's the status of the board after movement, turn 2. So had the Sagittaire move up, followed by the Hatchet Man jumping 10 inches to there. That was then followed by the Banshee moving up to next to the Sagittaire, and the Enforcer doing the same for the Hatchet Man. We then had the Cyclops move here, with the Atlas then countering by moving to cover. Then the Thunderbolt decided to stand still, so I got to put a standstill marker there. And then finally the Penetrator moved into this copse of trees for some cover. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the shooting phase. We're actually going to have the Cyclops attack the Enforcer. That would measure out to 22 inches. So we need a 10 up to hit. And the Banshee, so we need a 10. And that's a miss. So next up, I think we're going to have to try... We're going to get the Sagittaire to fire at the Hatchet Man. So again, that's going to be 22 inches. So we need 10 up. And that's a miss. I'm going to not elect to have the Banshee attack. And the Thunderbolt is also not going to attack. So we're going to move on to the Roughrider side. We will probably... We're going to have the Enforcer try to attack the Banshee over there. So that's a 9 up. And that's a 9 up. And that's a miss. And I think we're not going to attack with the Enforcer or anybody else. So that is the bottom of turn 2. We will be back at the top of turn 3. All right, top of turn 3, initiative. And that is, again, Hansen's Roughriders. Will be back after movement. All right, turn 3 after movement. Had the Sagittaire move up to behind cover right there. which was then countered by the Hatchet Man moving to behind cover there. Move the Banshee to behind cover, which was then followed by the Enforcer moving there. Had the Cyclops stand still, which prompted the Atlas to kind of sprint up to join into the fight. That was followed by the Thunderbolt moving forward, and then the Penetrator sprinting to behind cover here. So we're going to go into the shooting phase. We're going to have the Banshee right here attack the Hatchet Man. So that is 14 inches. That's an 8 up. And that's a miss. We're going to have the Sagittarius do the same thing. This is going to be at the Enforcer this time. Again, medium range. We need an 8 up. And that's a miss. So we're going to have the Cyclops attack the Penetrator. And that is actually medium range again. So he stood still. That's -1. So 1/3 partial cover. That's 6. So we need a 6 up. And because I'm not doing variable damage in this game, it was a devastating hit to the Penetrator's armor, taking 4 damage from the Cyclops. Okay. Now we're going to have the Thunderbolt attack the Penetrator. Again, this is medium range. Yep, medium range. Partial cover 6. So we need a 6 up. And that's a miss. All right. We're going to have the Enforcer attack the Sagittarius. Medium range, so that's 5. And then medium range is 7, so we need 7 up. And we miss. So we're going to have the Hatchet Man do the same. Going to be medium range. And then we need a 7 up. And we get it this time. All right, that caused 3 damage to the Sagittarius armor. We're pretty much done with the shooting phase. We're going to move on to the next turn. All right, initiative. And it is once again the Hansen's Roughriders. They've got great tactical superiority on the field, I guess. All right, into movement. Everyone's moving a little bit closer. Had the Sagittarius stand still, which was countered by the Hatchet Man jumping onto the building there. Had the Banshee stand still, countered by the Enforcer just moving up a little bit closer. We then had the Cyclops stand still, which then prompted the Atlas to move up just a little bit. Finally, the Thunderbolt jumped onto the cargo containers there, which prompted the Penetrator to move back. So we are going to go into shooting phase. So we're going to probably do Thunderbolt first. Thunderbolt into the Penetrator. That is short range. Or attack movement modifier 2, so that brings it up to 6. And short range, no modifier. So we need a 7. Thunderbolt into the Penetrator. And we get it. So that causes 3 damage at short range to the Penetrator's armor. And that's it for the Penetrator's armor. We're now going to have the Banshee follow that up. We need a 6. And we get it. Penetrator takes 4 more damage. Wow. 2, 3, 4. And also we need to roll on the crit table. So we'll see what that is. All right. I'm going to roll for crit. And it is an 8. And that means weapon hit. So we got a damaged weapon on the Penetrator. That's -1 damage. All right. Penetrator is on its last legs. We're now going to have the Sagittarius attack the Hatchet Man. Again, this is going to be medium range. Right. Yep, medium range. -1 for standing still. That's 3. Plus 2 TMM and 1 for jumping. So that's 3. So that's 6. Plus 2. So we need an 8 up. So 8 up. Reroll. And that's a miss. We're going to have the Banshee do the same thing. So we need an 8 up. And that's actually a hit. So the Banshee at medium range caused 4 damage to the Hatchet Man. Woo, that was a big hit. Okay, I think that's it for the shooting on Eridani Light Horse. Now it's time for some payback from the Hansen's Roughriders. Penetrator will be targeting the Thunderbolt. Just need a 6 up. And we'll re-roll that. And we miss. Atlas is going to do the same. So that's a 6. And that's also a miss. Wow, not good for the Roughriders. Okay, we're going to concentrate fire. I'm going to go after the Sagittaire with the Enforcer. And then range, so we need a 9 up because of partial cover. And we get it. So the Enforcer causes 2 damage to the Sagittaire. And next up, we're going to have the Hatchet Man do the same. Attack the Sagittaire. +1 partial cover, that's a 9. And we get it. The Hatchet Man causes 3 damage to the Sagittaire's armor. And that is it for the turn. We're gonna go to the top of the next turn. All right, here we go. Initiative, and it is again Hansen's Roughriders. We'll be right back. All right, in a movement, most of the Eridani Light Horse stood still. Had the Hatchet Man move into the copse of trees to get some cover. Enforcer stood still. The Thunderbolt just moved down onto the ground to get partial cover behind that wall. And then the Atlas and the Penetrator just moved a little bit. So we're going to go Thunderbolt into the Penetrator, see if we can knock the Penetrator out. So we just need a 5 up. And we get it. And that is a dead Penetrator. It's kind of a bummer. But we knew this was going to be a tough battle for the Hansen's Roughriders. Okay. We are going to go Banshee into Enforcer. So that's just a 3 up. It's going to be an easy hit, I think. Yep, that's a hit. And that's at medium range. Oh, that actually, it would have been 5 up because of the medium range. But again, got a 7. So the Banshee hit the Enforcer for 4 damage, which is a devastating hit. Sagittaire, going to do the same thing. It's going to be a 6 up, and I think at this point the Enforcer is going to be taken out. Oh, and that's a miss. The Enforcer gets to fight another day. Okay, we're going to have the Banshee. Let's see if the Banshee can see anybody. So the Banshee can see the Hatchet Man, but the Hatchet Man is actually quite covered. So that's pretty much it. We're going to move on to the Hansen Roughriders. We're going to have the Atlas attack the Thunderbolt. A 5 up. And we get it. So that's actually 5 damage to the Thunderbolt from the Atlas. It's a big hit. All right. Enforcer into the Sagittaire, which is probably going to be the last time the Enforcer is able to attack. Okay, we need a 6 because of the partial cover. And we get a hit. So that is 3 damage to the Sagittaire, which blows past its armor into a structure. We're now going to roll on the crit table. It is a 7. The 7 on the crit table is MP hit. I guess that's movement. So the Sagittaire takes a hit to the movement. All right. Then we're going to have the Hatchetman attack the Sagittaire, try to knock it out. And again, he jumps, so we got a pilot skill 4 plus 2 because of the jumping, 6. Medium range, that's 8, and then partial cover 9. So we need a 9 up. And that's miss. All right, that is the bottom of the turn. We're going to move on to initiative next turn. All right, here we are, initiative. And it is again the... Oh, it's a tie. Okay, so we got to roll again. And this time it is Eridani Light Horse, so we'll be right back after movement. All right, here we are after movement. Looks like Eridani Light Horse will be castling. Did get a bunch of movement here. The Thunderbolt jumped to behind those crates, so now I don't think that the Atlas can see it very well, or it's covered by 2/3. The Atlas then moved that way. Actually, the Atlas moved first, and then that was followed by the Thunderbolt moving there. Then we had the Enforcer move to behind this copse of trees. And then that was followed by the Enforcer jumping back, as the Enforcer knows he's about to get taken out, but he's still within range of both the Thunderbolt and the Banshee, or the Cyclops. So, all right, here we go into the shooting phase. We're going to have Thunderbolt attack. Yeah, we'll have the Thunderbolt attack the Hatchetman, and we need 11. We need 11 this time, so 11 up. Nope, that's a miss. We're going to have... Yeah, we'll do Banshee into the Enforcer to try to knock it out. Is he not... Yeah, I made a mistake of not obscuring him in cover because I wanted to have clear line of sight. But, okay, so that's medium. So that's 4 minus 1 because of the standstill. That's 3. 2 TMM, that's 6. So we need an 8 up because of the medium range. And we get it. And that's basically the Enforcer gone. We're going to knock him down. They're right there. Okay. Copse of trees is pretty much blocking the Hatchetman from being seen. So we're going to move on to Hansen's Roughriders, which is not good. The Enforcer is going to attack the Thunderbolt. That is pilot skill 4. TMM of 2 because of the jump on the Thunderbolt, so that's 6. Medium range 8, so we need an 8 up. And we get it. And I think that's a dead Thunderbolt. Nope, that's just the armor on the Thunderbolt. Armor is gone from the Thunderbolt. Okay. We're going to have the Hatchetman attack, so we need a 10 up. And that's a miss. So that's it for the turn. This is probably... All right, here we go, initiative. And it is Hansen's Roughriders. Going to be a tough round here because there's only 2 left against all of the Eridani Light Horse. So we're going to be back after movement phase. All right, end of movement phase. Eridani Light Horse smells blood in the water, so not standing still anymore. Everybody moved closer. That prompted the Hatchetman to jump way back here, 10 jump to behind partial cover there. The Atlas is moving into position to kind of try to soak up as much damage as possible and hopefully take out the Thunderbolt. But yeah, so here we go. So the Atlas is going to attack the Thunderbolt. We need a 7 because of medium range. And we get it. That's 5 damage to the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt has been taken out. So that is the first neck taken out from the Eridani Light Horse. Just topple him over. The Hatchetman now is going to attack the... Let's see. We're going to have to target the Banshee. I'm sorry, the Cyclops. So that's going to be a tough one. Let's see. That is medium. So we need a 9 up to hit the Banshee. And we actually get it. That's 2 damage to the Banshee, which doesn't do much. Just planks off the armor. Okay, so Banshee's going to target the Atlas. That is also going to be medium range. Power skill 4 plus TMM of 1. That's 5. And distance medium, so that's 7. And we get it. The Cyclops causes 4 damage to the Atlas. The Banshee is going to target the Hatchetman, try to knock it out. So we'll see. And again, that's probably going to be medium. Yep, that's medium. We need a 9 up because of medium range. And that's a miss. We're going to do the same thing with Sagittaire. We need a 9-up. And that's boxcars. So, in fact, that destroys the Hatchet Man. And that's it for that. So, I think I'm going to play it through, see if the Atlas can do something about taking out the Sagittaire at least. And then we'll call it a game. So, we're going to move on to the next turn. All right, moment of truth. Final turn. Initiative. And that is Eridani Light Horse. Here it is. After movement phase, the Atlas just moved up to over here, followed by the Cyclops kind of moving up to engage. That was then followed by the Banshee moving up, and then the Sagittaire moving. And I believe because the Banshee's in the way of the Sagittaire, the Atlas will not have an opportunity to take it out this turn. So we're going to go Atlas into the Cyclops. I believe at this point it is short range. Let's see. It is. So, power skill 4. TMO 1, that's 5. So we just need a 5-up. And we get it. That's 5 damage to the Cyclops, which blows past its armor into structure, so we need to roll a crit. And that is an 8. And that was a weapon hit on the Cyclops. All right. We're going to have the Cyclops attack back. So we need a 5-up. And we get it. But that's -1 damage for the Cyclops because of the weapon hit. So that's 3 damage to the armor of the Atlas. All right. Banshee's going to attack the Atlas. Let's see if it's in short range. Well, yeah, I'll count that as short range. Okay. So, again, 5-up. And we get it. So the Banshee causes 4 damage to the Atlas, which blows past its structure, or armor into structure, so we need to roll a crit. And it is an 8, so that's a weapon hit. And Sagittaire cannot attack the Atlas because the Banshee's in the way. So, we will go into final turn. I want to see if the Atlas can actually do something else, and then we'll be right back. All right, initiative. That is Hansen's Roughriders. All right, here we are. Final turn. Movement phase. Banshee moved up. Atlas moved to the side, still within the front arc of the Banshee. Then the Sagittaire moved to behind cover right there. And then the Cyclops moved up. So we're gonna go Cyclops into the Atlas. See what the range is. Need at least 6. We are at medium range. So that is good for the Atlas. We need 7. And we get it. So that's 3 to the Atlas. The Atlas is going to be falling apart pretty soon. Okay, we're going to have Banshee. Short range. That's 4. We just need a 5. And that is pretty much it. The Banshee has taken out the Atlas. And as we knew, well, you know what? We'll finish off the attack here. Sagittaire pretty much just shooting at the Atlas. But now the Atlas gets to attack. We're going to have the Atlas attack the Cyclops. Yeah, we're going to have the Atlas attack the Cyclops. Need a 7. And we get it. And that is 4 damage to the Cyclops, which gets it to only 2 structure pips left. That's what it looks like. All right, so we already knew that it was going to be tough for the Hansen Roughriders. They were at a distinct tonnage disadvantage. However, that being said, Eridani Light Horse also had a lot of castling going on. So they had a lot of benefit hiding behind cover and then just moved in for the kill. Historically, I don't know if that's how the Eridani Light Horse played, but certainly good tactics, especially with moving the Sagittaire out of the way so that the Atlas couldn't take it out. But in any case, if you enjoyed this battle report, go ahead and click like. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new Battletech Alpha Strike battle reports coming out of the channel. Click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. Click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I could personally interact with you and chit-chat to you about Battletech Alpha Strike and any other game that we play on this channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Alpha Strike battle reports coming out of Wargaming Noob.